Art is made in hindsight. I don't remember who said that, but it couldn't have been a photographer. Photography is made in a moment. It's made when the moment surrounds you and the mood strikes you in a way that says, now. It's a snap of the shutter like a moment's hunt when the conditions align. Photography happens in a moment. But a photographer's mood so greatly defines that feeling of photographs in that moment. If one feels pressed, the images feel lacking. If one feels overwhelmed, the photos feel busy. And if the photographer is bored, the photos feel underwhelming. In photographing Sisimiut, Greenland, I thought I was failing. But in hindsight, I kind of made art. What's going on, guys? It is a beautiful, beautiful day here in Greenland. We just flew into the town of Sisimiut. It looks like the weather's going to be awesome today, so I'm going to try to take advantage of it. Beautiful day continues. I haven't taken any photos, but I have been enjoying the day. We've come out to what we call the island because I guess it's an island. It's pretty pretty reasonable name for a place. It's an island. We're out on the island, and again, it's kind of glorious. Absolutely beautiful weather, but it's almost too beautiful. I just need some clouds. So I'm kind of hoping some wispy clouds kind of start to develop over the scene. I'm going to walk farther down the island off the road and yeah, try to find a photo. It's a little bit cold when you're standing out here waiting for the sunset. It's so funny. The sun is let's call it one finger off of the horizon, and it feels like it's been like that for an hour and a half as I've been kind of exploring and trying to find a composition. In the end, I'm taking what kind of feels like a lazy composition, a lazy photo. Mostly because I've photographed here before, and I've photographed down at the water, and I like my photo there, and I just wanted to do something a little bit different this time. So I'm up above it a little bit here, and I've got the whole inlet in front of me, and I'm hoping, and it's looking like it's already happening, I'm hoping that the water starts to turn a nice golden color as the sun goes down on the horizon through some of this haze. There's still not a lot going on in the sky, but I feel like there's some wispy stuff that's going to catch some color. I'm being hopeful. The light was definitely harsh, so I had to wait until the whole mountain went into the shadow. And in hindsight, I think it's a pretty image. In the moment though, I wasn't happy with the photo. It felt flat, so I wandered a bit closer to the water in the town. Again, I made a photo that hindsight shows was pretty good. Man, the weather's crazy. We woke up and it was pouring rain this morning. It was raining all day. Then out of nowhere, the sun came out, and now it's like off and on. I'm not really sure what's going on. And the plan was to photograph an abandoned fishing village that you have to take a boat to for sunset. But since the weather's good, decided that I'd hike it out. It's a 12-kilometer hike up and along the coast. It's a beautiful hike. I've done it before the opposite direction, but yeah, decided I wanted to get out. So hiking 12K now, gonna photograph sunset at this abandoned village, and then we'll have a boat come and pick us up. In vlogging, there's a face and there's a mood behind that face. The previous night I stayed up until 3 a.m. hoping the northern lights would come out. They didn't. I was feeling pressure to find unique images. I was feeling stressed. I needed this hike. Getting out into the rolling grass-covered rocks of the coast allowed me to feel grounded again. It allowed me to refocus on what's truly important. It allowed me to almost meditate. And what a beautiful place to do that. Made it. Really nice hike, other than the fact that we got absolutely abused by midgies like the last 3 kilometers. This trail has improved since the last time I came. Before there was just a rope up this like cliff edge. Now there's this weird ladder. I think the ladder's better, maybe not. So a little bit sketchy to get down here, but the village is just right there, and sunset's in an hour and a half, and we're gonna meet Greg there. Greg took the boat because he's lazy. And yeah, so I guess we'll see him there if I make it down here alive. My suspension bridge to get onto the island. It's a little bit wobbly. Like definitely a homemade suspension bridge. Little bit bouncy. Oh my God. Whee! The fun of the hike and suspension bridge kind of feels over as I arrive in the village. Again, I'm starting to feel this strange pressure. Must produce art. Must produce art. It's something I've been working on. Trying to worry less about being brilliant and focusing more on enjoying the moment, the exploration, and the process of making the photos. Even after all these years, I haven't learned a lesson. Make the photos in the moment, judge the photos later. It's kind of like the Ernest Hemingway saying of write drunk, edit sober, but for photographers. I have about 45 minutes to get a photo before it gets dark here. The light is not going to be good. That's not something that's going to happen. I came all the way to this side of the island because the peaks off that way look really cool. And I thought this was probably the frame that I wanted, but it's not very good balance. The balance is kind of just, it's just not very good. It's not a good photo. It's like a cool view, absolutely epic. The waterway here, the island off on the right, the peaks in the background, the red houses. But there's a big difference between a really good photo and a really good view. And this is a really good view, but probably not a great photo. So I think I'm actually gonna walk down back to the other side by that suspension bridge and photograph back the opposite direction I am now. What I'm doing here is essentially the photographer's version of the nervous pace, walking back and forth, trying to see if I can come up with an idea to solve my problem. And the problem in my head right now is, how do I make a beautiful place look beautiful? How can I take images in these imperfect conditions that are perfect? Obviously the answer is to calm the f down, Brendan. Damn, what has gotten into you lately? So last time we came here, I felt like everything was a photo, like I could do no wrong. There was just a picture everywhere I looked. This time I can't find a photo I like at all. And maybe it's just the light and the conditions are messing with my brain a little bit, or maybe that the like shock appeal of visiting somewhere the first time just isn't there this time. But I'm struggling. I'm really struggling. There's some reflections down here in the water that look really nice, but I think it's not a great photo. You've got the red houses out here. Looks nice, but again, I don't think it's a great photo. I'm struggling. It's a bit embarrassing looking back at the footage months later now. The photos are actually kind of good, especially considering the conditions. Where did this stress to make great photos come from? When did I start to worry so much? Is there a way I can blame AI for this? Sorry about the noise, there's construction, and also I forgot my mic. After kind of striking out yesterday with the photos, I wanted an easy win. So we're heading out to a place that we've called Dogtown or Dog City. Basically here in Greenland, when it's the summer, all the sled dogs that are working in the winter will just be like kind of left out in little dog cities. And this time of year, there's also lots of puppies. And if you ever want an easy photo, go find some baby animals. Conventional thought is that a slippery slope of creative anxiety can be solved by photographing cute things. I mean, who can't make nice photos of cute things? Reality, on the other hand, is like, what's wrong with you, Brendan? Look how cute they are. And you can't even get a good photo of them? They're so cute. Oh, hey guys. Oh, hey guys. Sticky clouds sat tangled in the ridges of the surrounding hills in an ambience of soft light pressed down on Greenland. It's so freaking beautiful. But how do I shake this slump I'm riding? If puppies can't cure me, what can? Should I just AI generate some cuter puppies? That was fun. There's legitimately, I don't know, 3,000 dogs? No, that's probably too much. Maybe 500 dogs here. I think there's probably as many dogs here as there are humans. In the evening, we went out for a walk. I had spotted a waterfall on the other side of the fjord that I wanted to explore. Because other than puppies, is there an easier subject to make a cool photo from than a waterfall? I needed a win. Okay, so the dogs were super cute. And then the plan was to go out and walk around after seeing the dogs and photograph along the inlet here. We saw a waterfall, saw the stream, thought that with the atmosphere and the clouds on the peaks it would be awesome, but the clouds have dropped and we can't see the peaks anymore. So we're kind of location scouting, if you will, for future times here. And there is this really cool waterfall here. Potentially, if the mountain was out behind us, this would be a really cool location. So it's in the memory bank for next time. This trek to the waterfall was a reality check for me. It was the moment where it clicked. Who gives a flying puppy about a cool waterfall photo? I freaking love photography. I love it so much. But my love for photography has always come down to the making of the photo rather than the photo itself. I can tell you 10,000 stories of 10,000 times I went out to take photos, but I can only tell you specifically about how I made about 5 photos. For me, photography is about being in the moment, not about worrying if the photo is great or not, or worrying about what others might think of your work. Photography is sitting back at the end of a trip editing photos thinking, in hindsight, the art is in the experience. Everything else is a bonus. Okay, I'm gonna end this video from Sisimiut here at the waterfall. I again don't think there was a photo. It's a really cool spot. I think there's probably a photo from way over there where some of my group is. There's like a beautiful reflecting pond with a longer lens. I think there's probably a really cool photo there on another day when it's not overcast and cloudy, but when you can see the mountain in the background and when there's some light. So yeah, not really taking any photos other than of dogs here in Sisimiut, but the dogs are pretty cute and the experience here has been pretty awesome. So I'm definitely not complaining, and I'm gonna end this video. I'll see you next time here in Greenland. Peace.